sports all plays. All sports all plays. All sports all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports all plays.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Wednesday, November 8th, 2023. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
I'm going pretty well. Not too bad.
All right.
And I know we didn't have a show yesterday, but I had picks ready. And just so you know, since last Thursday, we didn't do a show Friday, last Monday, and then what I had down from NHL, I've had 3 days in a row where I haven't missed an NHL pick.
I had some picks wrote down for yesterday, but I hadn't even checked them to see how they done. What hockey games did you have yesterday? See if you had any of my head wrote down.
Okay, for yesterday, I had Detroit at the Rangers. I had Rangers money line. I had New Jersey at
Avalanche.
Columbus. Colorado. I had Colorado money line. I had Pittsburgh money line at Anaheim.
I had Colorado, so I would have had that one right. The other two you didn't have.
Your college football you had down Ohio and Buffalo.
Ohio covered. I remember watching that last night.
See, I took over and unders and would have missed both of them. But Ball State, I had Ball State plus the 9.5, and Ball State won.
So that's two. I'd had them two right.
I would have been 4-2, but I've been doing good on my hockey picks lately.
But on Monday was the last day we done a show, and my picks on Monday were 4-4. I went 1-5 in the NBA.
Yeah, I forgot about Monday.
On Monday, I went 1-5 in the NBA, but I was 3-0 or 2-0 in hockey on Monday, and then I had the under on the Monday night football game, and that was right. So I ended up going 4-4. Struggled in NBA on Monday night. Looked like I would have done pretty good last night if we would have had the show and gave those picks out. But
Monday, I went 5-2. I had the Chargers minus the 3, and then I would have got my 3 hockey picks right. Golden State minus 7, Detroit. Now I missed Milwaukee. Got beat by Brooklyn, or it didn't cover one of the two. I can't remember. And Boston, won, but they didn't cover. No, they lost. Right, they lost to Minnesota.
But tonight got some NBA, a few hockey games, some college football games. Some action.
Yep.
All right. Glenn talking about a Daytona VIP giveaway. He said he'd sell his All-Star Saturday night to cover his travel costs. How's it going, Glenn? If you missed the wall ride with Big Glenn, go check. That was on at 2:00 today. Go check that out. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room, and at the ASAP All Sports All Plays Network. So make sure you check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, got a pretty good slate of games going on today. Why you think about all this stuff going on with Michigan? Now, it sounds like the Big Ten might try to do something this season. And and before you go, that sounds fishy to me because all these years, anytime there's an NCAA investigation, it takes a long time.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden they're like going to fast track it, where like they want to get Michigan out of the college football playoffs. It's almost like they have a vendetta against Jim Harbaugh.
It could be. It could be. I think if I don't think it'll happen. I don't think they'll do it. I think there's going to be a lot of blowback if they do it. So I don't think they'll get put out of the college playoffs. That's just my opinion.
I think what will happen if they do anything this season, I think they'll suspend Harbaugh, which I still think is bullshit to do that in the middle of the season because you don't see it really happen to any other college stuff. I think that, but yeah, to take them out of the playoffs, I think or make them bowl ineligible out of the playoffs. I think it would be ridiculous because then you're penalizing. Then you're penalizing the kids or the college students that play on the team that probably had no idea. And if this is true and it did happen, have no idea what was going on. But I think it's a vendetta against Harbaugh, and I think some of it is coming from Michigan. I'm not saying it's like the athletic director of Michigan, but somebody. Because I have heard there's some people on the staff that want that job. I don't know if it's them, but it seems like it's almost kind of like an inside job. Now Michigan's coming out and saying accusing Ohio State and Purdue and somebody else of stealing their signs.
Huh.
So it's going to be interesting. I know Big Ten did give them, I guess, 24 hours to respond to the allegations and stuff. But yeah, if they remove them from the college football playoffs, it's going to be hard for me to really respect the college football and watch it the rest of the playoffs because of that. I wouldn't be happy if they suspend Harbaugh, really, but if they do, I mean, that's better than penalizing all the players as well. Yeah.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Exactly, Gene.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. That I would assume that all colleges. This has been going on for many years, nothing new, and somebody's just trying to go after Harbaugh. I think, and Michigan too. But I think a lot of it's got to do with Harbaugh.
Hey, thanks for joining us as well, Gene.
Yep, most definitely.
All right, where do you want to start at today?
Well, we'll start with what I suck at the most, the NBA.
That's where I struggled in the NBA Monday night. I've been doing pretty good until then, but
NBA is tough, man. It is.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll pull the mods up and we'll jump right into the NBA. Went on a big slate of hockey tonight, and I think you had 3 college football games. I only picked 2 of the college football games tonight.
A lot of NBA though.
Oh yeah, big slate NBA after none last night, which was weird not to have no games at all. Well, my first game for the night NBA, the first game I like, I'm going with the Utah Jazz against the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers are. Let me make sure it hasn't changed, but what I had them was 6.5 point favorites at home, minus 240 on the money line. The Jazz are plus 198 on the money line. Over unders at 242. Hey, how's it going, Billy?
You going to comment on Mike King and Joey Owens?
Hey, we welcome all comments, especially on that as well.
Yep.
Billy, I don't know if you got a chance to check it out, but we did air the WCW Veterans Show last night, and that was a good show too. And you watch JKO or watch Joey Owens against Jeremy Hadley, and that was a hell of a match.
Oh yeah, and I believe I remember seeing him in the comments for
Friday.
No, for this interview we had yesterday.
With Brody,
because I know he's a Brody Bobby.
Yeah, Brody and Virgo. I thought that went real well.
Yes,
as well.
Very interesting.
But yeah, I'm going with the Pacers at minus 6.5. Pacers, scored 155 points again the other night. They just got tightened up on defense a little bit, but other than that, they've been looking pretty good so far to start the season. My other game in other games, I'm going to go with the NBA. I like the Celtics at the minus 2.5 against the Philadelphia 76ers. Celtics are minus 142 on the money line. Over under for that game is at 227. Next game is going to be, I like Miami Heat at the Memphis Grizzlies. I like the Miami Heat at the minus 1.5. The Heat are minus 120 on the money line. Grizzlies are plus 102 on the money line. Over under is at 218 in that game. So I like the Heat at the minus 1.5. Then you have the Toronto Raptors at the Dallas Mavericks. Ooh, that's changed. It is now 4.5. It was 3.5. But I like the Dallas Mavericks at the minus 4.5 at home, minus 184 on the money line. The Raptors are plus 154 on the money line. Over unders at 225.5. So I'm going with Dallas at minus 4.5. And then my last NBA game tonight, Golden State Warriors at the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets are 3.5 point favorites at home, minus 168 on the money line. Warriors are plus 142 on the money line. Over unders at 227.5. I like the Denver Nuggets at the minus 3.5. So my NBA picks: Pacers minus 6.5, Celtics minus 2.5, the Heat minus 1.5, Mavericks minus 4.5, and the Nuggets at the minus 3.5.
Okay. My NBA picks for tonight: I've got Boston minus 2.5 at Philadelphia. Got Utah at the Pacers. I'll take Pacers minus 6.5. And I got Golden State at Denver, Denver minus 3.5. My picks for the NBA for tonight.
All right. Oh, I forgot there's college basketball now, too.
Yeah, I forgot about that, too.
So I'll probably give out some college basketball picks maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I forgot about college basketball just kicking back off.
When they first start off, that can
It's
be
hard.
pretty tough, too, because they're playing. I mean, they're going to be big point spreads most of the time. Sometimes you have some pretty good games, but not a lot early on.
NHL tonight. Like I said, there wasn't a real big slate of games for tonight. 3 games? Yeah, 3 games.
You might want to address that real quick.
I agree, Billy. Me and Dad and I were just talking about this before the show.
Yes, yes.
It's been a mess, and the more we find out about what happened back then, because it's been going on for about 3 years now.
Yeah.
But yeah, to walk out on Joey during the memorial show of his dad, especially for it to be 95% of the people that were part of WCWO and his company at that time. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, it really is.
I still can't. It's shameful. I mean, I know. And me and Chris talked about that. I mean, there was some situations there. Okay, maybe they don't know what's going on, so they're going to take a step back, but you don't comment and you stay out of it. That's one thing. But the problem was with 95% of these people that left, Chris, I don't think I'm lowballing it or highballing it. By at least 50 or 60% of them were attacking them.
That's probably I would say maybe that might be a little bit low, but yeah, at least 50 or 60% were on social media attacking them, and yeah.
So that's the frustrating thing. I mean, it's one thing to step back and say, "Man, I'm gonna see how this plays out." That's one thing. But to attack a guy, kick a person when they're down. I mean, his son's being attacked. That's tough enough alone. You lose your father. You lose your. Also, they said in that 4-month span, lost his mother-in-law, I believe, also, and his dog. And some people may laugh about that, but I know if something happened to my dog, or even your dog, Scrap, I'd probably be tore up. So, so it's awful. And but I tell you what, people are stepping up right now. So people are getting behind the Owens family. I think the show helped. I'm glad we did it, and hopefully things will keep moving forward and going in the right direction.
Billy made no comment. He between Joey and Joey's dad,
Yeah.
and then not only that, the boy.
Yep.
The boy helped train a lot of them guys as well, and the boy helped get a lot of them guys bookings on shows that he was getting booked on, and the boy had a contract with Impact Wrestling, had a contract, and it took a lot of these guys that turned their back and walked on them to a lot of these big shows where they might have never got a chance to be on a lot of them shows if it wasn't for him.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean that family. That family had trained a lot of them guys.
The more we hear about it, and it was my opinion, it was Chris's opinion too, but now it's even coming more to light that all this was probably done because of jealousy. I mean, they were jealous because the young man was going to make it, and I've been told by a lot of people they think a lot of people had the opinion he was going to be a star, and it really sucks.
And like I said earlier, I said on the show the other night, but like I told you earlier, we didn't get to see him at wrestle live at that time when his heart was really into it like that. But I've seen him now, and he's the best. Since we started following independent wrestling as much as we have the last 2.5, 3 years, he's the best. He's the best I've seen, and I'm not saying that because I'm friends with Joey or any of that.
Well,
the
first time we seen him, he blew us away. We didn't even know who he was.
Yeah.
We go to a WCW show. A guy comes out and he dressed in a white T-shirt and white pants. He goes to the ring. He leaves the ring, complaining about it being too hot. Goes to the concession stand, gets a bottle of water, comes drinking a bottle of water, continues to complain about the lights and being too hot in there. And I'm like, who's this clown? I'm like, who is this dude? And they bring the guy out and he wrestles, and a real good wrestler that he's wrestling, one of our favorites, Dutch boy.
Dutch
Platinum. Sorry about that. And he was phenomenal. He completely destroyed Dutch Platinum. I mean, it was just, we were in awe. Who is this guy?
Yeah.
And then we find out who he is because we had never seen him before.
Yep. All right, let's get back to hockey here. My picks in hockey, I'm going to go with the Maple Leafs on the money line over the Senators, and I'm going to go with the Golden Knights money line over the Kings. But that should be a good game. Both them teams have pretty good records.
Yep.
But I like the Golden Knights at home. So I'm going to go with the Maple Leafs and Golden Knights both on the money line in hockey tonight.
Okay, my hockey picks for tonight, I've got Ottawa at the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'll take the Maple Leafs money line. I got Florida money line at Washington, and I've got LA at Vegas. I got Vegas money line also.
College football tonight got some action going on. I think there was 3 games if I remember correctly. Yeah, 3 games. I'm only going to give out picks for 2 of them. I like Miami of Ohio at the minus 15.5 against Akron, and then I like Toledo at the minus 19.5 against Eastern Michigan. And we're going to be the 2 games I like in college football tonight.
I looked at them and I didn't like any of them, so I just stayed away from them.
All 3 games had pretty big spreads.
Big
The
spreads.
other one was Bowling Green and Kent State, and it's a minus 10.5. So yeah, it's a lot of them had big spreads, but I ended up going with those 2. Miami, Ohio has a pretty good team this year, and then Toledo, I think it's like 7-1 or something on the season as well. And Eastern Michigan and Akron have both been kind of struggling. So I'm going to go with them too. Did you have well, that's pretty much all the games for tonight other than college basketball, but I forgot about college basketball starting back up yesterday, so I didn't even really look at the college basketball games for today. So we'll talk maybe some more college basketball tomorrow. And of course, NFL tonight do have a Thursday night game tomorrow.
That's gonna be a barn burner.
Who is it?
Carolina and Chicago.
That's what I was getting ready to look it up to see who it was. Carolina and Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't even know who I'd pick in that game. It's in Chicago, so I don't
know what the point spread is. I'll probably go with the Bears.
Right now, Chicago's a 3-point favorite at home, and the over/under is at 38.5. I think I'll almost go with the under. Almost go with the under 38.5. Got some do got some pretty good games this weekend, though. 49ers and Jacksonville, I think, will be a good game Sunday. Colts, of course, Colts play the Patriots at 9:30 in the morning.
I think the Texans and Bengals game could be good. Lions and Chargers be interesting.
Browns and Ravens.
Yep.
I think that'll be a good one. Lions and Chargers.
And our Sunday night game.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Jets and Ravens.
And Monday's Broncos and Bills.
Yeah.
It's maybe the Broncos are turning the
That
corner.
Broncos and Bills could end up being a decent game.
Depends on what Bronco team shows up.
The Raiders and Jets. I mean, which the Raiders looked a lot better this weekend with a new coach, but we just saw the Jets on primetime Monday night. Do we really want to see that again?
Yeah, I agree.
And they're here. I'll ask you this real quick. Why don't they use the flex? They're at the part of the season where you can flex games. It's like they never do that. It seems like you'd want to get the better games on prime time.
I agree, 100%.
I mean, and I'm a big Colts fan, but I mean, you have the Colts and Patriots are a standalone game this weekend. I know it's a 9:30 in the morning, but it's the only game on.
Yep.
And it's in Germany, but I think the Colts are going to win that game. But
hope so.
But all right. Well, before we get out of here, I'll go over my picks. My record on the season is on the year, 592 and 457 going into the day. NBA tonight, I like the Pacers at the -6.5, Celtics -2.5, the Heat -1.5, Mavs -4.5, and the Nuggets at the -3.5. Hockey tonight, Maple Leafs money line and the Golden Knights money line. College football tonight, Miami of Ohio -15.5. And Toledo at the -19.5. That's going to be my picks for tonight.
Okay. My picks for tonight had Boston -2.5, NBA, Boston -2.5 at Philadelphia. I had Utah at the Pacers. I got the Pacers -6.5. I had Golden State at Denver. I'm going to take Denver 3.5. My NHL picks for tonight, I got Ottawa at Toronto. I got Toronto money line. I got Florida money line at Washington. And I got the LA Kings at the Vegas Golden Knights. I'll take the Golden Knights money line.
All right. Also, real quick, if you missed last night, we aired the WCWO Veteran Show that they ran last Sunday. Check it out on YouTube and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room and at the All Sports All Plays Network. Also, you can find the big show from Friday night in Lafayette, Indiana, DCCW, Flexing on Muscular Dystrophy. You can still find that on our YouTube page.
Great show.
Also, we had a big interview last night with Brody Botkins and a pro wrestler named Virgo. They are both training at the Rhodes Wrestling Academy in Texas. You can actually be able to watch the Rhodes Wrestling Academy showcase show November 18th.
Those
19th. November 19th at 7 o'clock on the Rhodes Wrestling Academy YouTube page. So you'll be able to see Brody and Virgo compete on there. So go check that out and support them guys. And then tomorrow we'll be having pro wrestler Kid Dynamite Justin Terrell will be joining us to talk about the big AACW show coming up in Kokomo, Indiana next Saturday night, November 18th. And that's also going to be his retirement match.
Yes.
And he's going to announce his opponent. For that his retirement match tomorrow on our show. So make sure you join us for that tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. But we appreciate everybody joining us. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show, right around 3 p.m. Eastern. Hope everybody has a great night, and we'll see you next time.